Toby's Afternoon Off, based on the eponymous Series 10 episode. Written by Davos Z. Director. Henry was in a bad mood. He had to cover for James, who was at the works, and the diesels on the other railway had been rude to him. He was tired and wanted to rest, but he still had a lot of work to do. He stopped at the junction where he met Toby. "Hello, Henry," smiled Toby. "How are you?" I'm fine, Toby," Henry lied. "How are you doing?" "Oh, I feel great," replied Toby. "After I finish this passenger run, I'm getting the afternoon off." Henry snorted. "An afternoon off? Sounds more like just an excuse for laziness. Try doing some real work for a change," and he stormed off in a huff, leaving a rather annoyed Toby behind. "Never mind him," chuckled Henrietta. "You know what those big engines are like." Toby sniffed an agreement and headed to Tidmouth to finish his journey. Once they dropped off their passengers, Toby went to the yards for a rest. But it didn't last long. "Wake up, Toby!" called the station master. "The Fat Controller needs you to head to the quarry right away. Mavis needs help with a big order of stone." Toby sighed. He wasn't happy about having his rest disturbed, but he knew he couldn't not help Mavis, so he puffed away to the quarry. "I couldn't do this without your help, Toby," said Mavis. "You're doing me a huge favour." "Don't mention it, Mavis," Toby smiled. "Let's get to work." Toby and Mavis spent the next few hours shunting the stone trucks together. The work was long, difficult, and dusty. When they finished, the quarry manager was very impressed. "Well done, you two," he said. "Now I think it's time for your break." Sir," interjected a young, skinny workman behind him. "Yes?" Neville has been delayed at Vickerstown. He is unable to take his train to the docks." "Blast!" snapped the foreman in annoyance. "What now?" Sir," Mavis grinned. Toby looked over at her, his eyes wide and sizing in frustration. It was hard work for the two little engines. Their axles ached and their couplings strained, but they were determined. When they finally arrived at the docks, they came to a stop next to the cranes, then rolled away to have a rest. Salty came over with a big grin on his face. "Well done, you two!" he growled with spirit. "Without you, the shipment would have never arrived." "Thank you, Salty," echoed Mavis. As the two diesels began chatting away, Toby chuckled, puffing away back home. He was looking forward to making the most of what little free time he had left. But on his way back home, Toby came across a red signal. The signalman stepped out of his box and approached him. "Henry has suffered a minor accident. His piston rod is bent all out of shape," he told Toby. "His passengers have been stranded for nearly 10 minutes. They need to get to the next stop. As you are the closest, I need you to go and fetch them." Toby was shocked. But I can't move all those heavy coaches across the main line," he cried. "They're too heavy for me." "Don't worry. You only need to go as far as Kildane. Hopefully another engine should be there to carry on the train." Toby sighed, and he huffed away. Awkward tension seemed to follow Toby as he pulled up alongside Henry. The big engine wasn't very happy to see him. Hi, he said slowly. "Hello, Henry. Having some trouble, are we? Teased Toby. Henry said nothing at all. Toby wasn't used to pulling such big coaches. They were heavy and awkward, dragging behind him. Come on, he would say. A steam tram indeed! A steam tram indeed! They tittered to each other. Toby ignored them and struggled on. At last he dragged them into Eildane. The passengers all said thank you and modded it over the train. Toby's proud driver moved him onto a siding for a drink. Well done, old boy, he congratulated Toby. You never let us down. Toby was too tired to say anything, so he just smiled. On his way back home, he collected Henry. The two engines rolled down the main line in silence until Henry spoke. Sorry that I was rude to you earlier today, Toby. It's just been ever so busy with James at the works and with the diesels on the mainland being rude. Well, I lost my temper, but it wasn't right to just throw all that onto you for just having an afternoon off. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate it, Toby replied. Besides, it didn't end up being an afternoon off at all. I was too busy to enjoy it. Henry felt sorry for Toby until he had a thought. Well, I mean, if you aren't doing anything after this, you are still at least getting some free time, right? Oh, I suppose so. And I know just how to spend it. Toby took Henry to a place quite familiar to him. Henry was surprised. We can take you to the works later, Toby said with a wink. For now, though, we're relaxing. Henry blinked in surprise at this. Toby chuckled. You're not the only engine who likes nature, you know. It's been a trying day for the two of us. Henry smiled in agreement as they basked in the orange glow seeping through between the oak leaves. In that episode of Thomas Rewritten, the story was written by David Z. Director, and the script consultant was Steam-Powered Cyborg. Music was by Callie and Thomas Fan 2006 themes, Ed Welch and Robert Harthshorne. The sound effects were created by GW Shunter and the German of Sodor. This has been a Steam-Powered Cyborg production. Characters are owned by Wilbert and Christopher Audrey, Brittle Croft, David Mitten, Hit Entertainment, and Mattel.